Nagaland ad hoc teachers group protest enters 12th day of agitation with no significant progress being made on the demand for the regularization of service. Meanwhile, one teacher hospitalized after falling sick while taking part in the indefinite hunger strike on Thursday. Agitating all Nagaland ad hoc teachers group receive support from Konyak Students Union and all Nagaland Graduate Teachers Forum over the demand for service regularization. Both demand government's utmost priority and political will to resolve the matter at the earliest. Tobu Area Students Union and civil societies carry out a mass public walkathon at Tobu on Friday in support of Eastern Nagaland People's Organization's demand for Frontier Nagaland State. Meanwhile, ENSF calls for mass agitation across all Eastern Nagaland areas on Thursday over the separate state demand. Enforcement Directorate carries out searches at nearly 3 dozen locations in Delhi and Punjab in connection with Delhi Excise Policy 2021 to 2022 case. ED along with CBI probing irregularities committed in modifying excise policy with allegation of undue favors extended to license holders. Royal Swedish Academy on Friday names 3 winners for the 2022 Nobel Prize for Peace. Belarus human rights advocate Alice Bialitsky, the Russian Human Rights Organization Memorial, and the Ukrainian Human Rights Organization Center for Civil Liberties awarded the prestigious Year Prize this year. Good evening, viewers. Welcome to News Now. This is Sasan, going through the details now. The All Nagaland ad hoc teachers group protest reached its 12th day of agitation with no significant progress being made on the demand for the regularization of service. The demonstration that had started on September 26 was stepped up after teachers started their hunger strike on September 30. Notably, the Anaji spokesperson, Bentangtem Suzakam, stated that the hunger strike will continue until the demand is met. Further, he added that if the state government does not accept the demand, the matter will go to the chief minister to handle it. It is to be mentioned that on Thursday, one member was admitted to the hospital, which brought the total number of agitators who needed medical care to 8.
Today is the 11th day of our agitation and the 7th day of the hunger strike by the volunteers here of the Anaji 2015 batch. Well, things are almost getting a little hard for us to go on as we enter the 11th day, and tomorrow is going to be the 12th day. Somehow we are also praying, since we are already on the second week of this agitation. We are also hoping and praying at the same time that something positive comes out by tomorrow. Yes, it can't be denied that about 8 of our members has been hospitalized so far, and the latest victim being a male teacher from Maruchung, taken to hospital today. So, you know, as the longer period we go on this hunger strike, the more harder it's getting for us. So we have had, we have also had tremendous support from different organizations. The most recent being the Wahima Village Youth Organization, coming today with some aid and also some monetary financial assistance. So we are very grateful to all the organizations, though I cannot name all of them particularly at this moment. But we still need the support and prayers of everyone watching us at this hour, at this moment, and God willing, something positive that we are looking for tomorrow. Thank you so much for all the support and help.
The protesting All Nagaland Atok Teachers Group has received support from the Konyak Students Union and the All Nagaland Graduate Teachers Forum over the demand for the regularization of service. The President of KSU T. Noklam Konyak and General Secretary A. Pangnan expressed dismay at the situation facing by Atok teachers and urged the state administration to resolve the issue with utmost priority. On the other hand, ANGTF requested that the department exert all its conceivable effort to resolve the ongoing problem before things get out of hand. Further, the forum urged the state cabinet ministers to use their political will in order to end the deadlock between the two parties. A mass public walkathon was organized by Tobu Area Students Union and civil societies at Tobu on 7th October 2022. The main aim behind the walkathon was to support Eastern Nagaland People's Organization's demand for Frontier Nagaland, a long-cherished dream for young educated Nagas of Eastern Nagaland. Tobu NGOs informed that the public would boycott the upcoming election 2023 if their demand was not fulfilled. TASU General Secretary stated that under the directives of ENSF, Tobu Town also witnessed walkathon by standing in unity with the rest of the Eastern Nagaland. TASU stands with the support of EPO's demand and it also stands with the rest of the Eastern Nagaland. As per the directives of ENPO, if the demand is not fulfilled, there will be second and third stages of agitation unless the demand is met. If demand is not fulfilled, election will be boycotted and follow every tactic as proposed by ENPO. TET's President Jacob said that today's demand is the most important piece they have been demanding for by standing firm with the rest of the Eastern Nagaland.
Naga Eastern Naga laga duk itu tiki guna ENPO taikan bra decide kuri se separate state to demand kurbo guna mokan tabu manubi Eastern Naga logudi mokan bi taikan logudi khara kurbo ENPO kan bra ki demand kura se mokan support kurbo and we stand with the rest of the Eastern Naga. As per the directive from the ENPO, it is first agitation ase itu ati laga do. Aro second phase jabo, third phase jabo. Ena hoina chaigana fulfill hua nai gulido. Ini central government laga positive response thaga nai gulido. Election bi boycott kurbo gona ena program ponai ase. Itu ENPO bra taikan bra tactics pona nisna mokan bi itu follow up kurgena jabo.
Mong si gosak chin si gosak ni ko orang no. Future thong yang kumbar. Bermong da su mong tau ni ra mo ne. Kunsen. Education no majun ni no meaning kunsen. 那这规划嘛是这样的东西，用江西为江西上不为用这个罗芒吉，他们这种他们这样当嘛，一人弄这个他们这样当过的，今年我到了大家哎两岸如果我英国里面没 response 嘛，今年也是他们的嘞，也是他们的。
State government has notified prohibition of movement of any vehicles beyond 3 axle along the national highway stretch from Dimapur, Kohima, Kuzama with effect from October 13 to November 13, 2022. Transport Department informed that exception has been made for the heavy vehicles carrying materials meant for the ongoing capital connectivity project for road gauge new line from Dhansiri to Zabza by Northeast Frontier Railway. The lot being carried by every such vehicle should be within the limits as provided in the Motor Vehicles Act 1988 and Central Motor Vehicles Rules 1989. The Motor Vehicles Department, in coordination with district administration and police departments, have been directed to enforce strict implementation and cause appropriate signs under Section 116 of the Motor Vehicles Act 1988. The three-day Children's Festival came to an end on Thursday, which was held by the Western Semi-Baptist Akuhuko Kukakulu at Chike Village Baptist Church. Over 10,000 delegates participated from more than 174 churches under WSBA care. The festival was held under the theme Children of the Light, with the motive to guide the children to the right path and light. Notably, the festival is celebrated after every 3 years.
नाम तो ये खिविया चुमी से मैं दिमापुर से ऑब्दिस्टर पाइसे मैं इधर चिल्ड्रन फेस्टिवल चेके विलेज दे स्पेन करे तो बिशी प्लेजेंट बस स्पेन करे मैं इधर बिशी लर्न करे तो माला कल्चर ला बिशी जानता करना है दिस टाइम तो आईना बिशी लर्न करे याना साथी हान बिशी लोग पाइसे याना बिशी बाल बिशी
My name is Vikshe and I'm all the way from Nltv village. Well, it has been very wonderful. I want to thank all the organizations who have organized such a lovely event for us children, and it has been a wonderful stay. I want to thank you. I want to thank everyone who has organized this event. Well, yes, the last Children Festival, it was organized in 2018, and it is the third year. Due to the pandemic, we couldn't do it in 2020. So it has been.
The Longfor local festival, also known as Putanzi, celebrated at the Mimi Festival of Kifre for a week from 1st October to 6th. The main significance of the festival is to harvest patty after the celebration. It is to be mentioned that the festival celebrated at 8 villages under Mimi Circle, and feast was hosted by VCC of Mimi Village, R. Achimpung. District Sports Officer of Tsiminyu, Jopovi Seicho, has informed that the selection trial for Sepak Takraw for both boys and girls under 14 will be held on October 8 at 11 a.m. in Tsiminyu Indoor Stadium. DSO also informed that those below 14 years who are born on or after October 12, 2008 are eligible for the selection trial. DSO requested the interested players under Tsiminyu district to bring a photocopy of their Aadhaar, birth certificate and 2 passport photos for spot verification. Notably, District Sports Officer informed that the selected players will represent Tsiminyu district in the upcoming 14th state level Catch Them Young Tournament 2022, which will start from October 13 to 14 at IG Stadium in Kohima. Another achievement for Manipur Police in the war against drugs, as a huge consignment of 800 grams of heroin was seized by Manipur Police from a vehicle at a police check gate under Palel Police Station in Manipur. 2 persons have been arrested in connection with the seized heroin and have been identified as Nauba Thakel Lamba and Lingchin Kipjen. The heroin consignment was contained in 65 soap boxes and was hidden inside a 4-wheeler. Police recovered the heroin when the 2 persons were asked for identification, and the vehicle was thoroughly searched at the check gate. The arrested persons have been handed over to the Kakching police station in Manipur for further investigation. In an alarming incident, a medium-intensity IED exploded outside the residence of former MLA Khaiwai Rakpam Loken Singh in Imphal, West District of Manipur on Thursday. Police said that the explosion partially damaged the gate and a street lamp along with a portion of the road. Bomb experts and police arrived immediately to the scene to control the situation soon after the IED exploded. As stated by some local people, the explosion occurred right after Singh entered his residence. Police have not arrested anyone yet involving the blast. Singh is an ex-MLA and former president of All Manipur Students Union who contested assembly elections from Sagolband seat on a Janata Dal United ticket earlier this year. Singh has demanded an inquiry into the matter and claimed he has no enmity with anybody. 3 people were killed after a car hit a parked truck on the roadside on National Highway in the Kampur district of Assam on Thursday. The incident took place at the Nazi Rakat area near Sonapur, which is about 25 kilometers from Guwahati. Notably, an Assam-based speeding car hit a parked truck on the National Highway 37, which killed Bablon Haloi, Gotam Banik, Subal Das. Local people sent the bodies for post-mortem. In connection with the Delhi excise policy case, the Enforcement Directorate on Friday carried out searches in multiple locations in Delhi and Punjab. The central agency has already... The Enforcement Directorate and Central Bureau of Investigation had allegedly said that irregularities were committed in the excise policy and undue favors were extended to license holders. In a major drugs crackdown, Narcotics Control Bureau on Friday recovered MD drugs worth Rs 120 crore from 2 places in Gujarat and Mumbai. A total of 10 kilograms of drugs were seized while 4 persons were arrested from Gujarat. Deputy Director General of Narcotics Control Bureau, S.K. Singh, said that based on information regarding the sale of MD drugs provided by Naval Intelligence Unit of Jamnagar, Naval Intelligence Unit together with NCB seized around 10 kilograms of MD drugs. On the other hand, 50 kilograms of drugs were recovered from godown in Mumbai, while 2 people including the kingpin of the cartel was arrested. Singh further added that former Air India pilot from 2016 to 18 who was arrested in Jamnagar has been identified as Shohail Ghaffar. The probe also revealed that both the seizures worth Rs 120 crore have command linkage. Notably, NCB seized 200 kilograms of ganja worth Rs 4 crore in Mumbai on September. In an earlier raid, NCB arrested a 24-year-old gym trainer and drug smuggler named Shubham Bhagat from Gadkopar area of Mumbai on August 27. Court had sent Shubham to NCB custody for 2 days. NCB also added that many people associated with Shubham will soon be arrested.
कार्रवाई करते हुए एनसीबी ने मुंबई स्थित एसबी पथ एरिया के एक गोदाम से छुपाए गए लगभग 50 किलोग्राम एमडी ड्रग्स बरामद किए हैं। यह नेटवर्क एक कार्टेल द्वारा चलाया जा रहा था। हमने कार्टेल के सरगना सहित 2 लोगों को गिरफ्तार किया है। दोनों विभागों ने 3 अक्टूबर को गुजरात के जामनगर क्षेत्र में कार्टेल के 4 सक्रिय सदस्यों की गिरफ्तारी की और
Noida has been rocked by 2 separate encounters on Thursday and Friday where Uttar Pradesh police have arrested 2 persons. The first encounter occurred on Thursday late night when a chain and mobile phone snatcher with a dozen cases against him named Harjit from Ghaziabad was arrested while his absconding partner is under search. Assistant Deputy Commissioner of Police, Noida, Ashutosh Dwivedi, stated that when police started chasing him, the miscreant opened fire and got injured in retaliation. Police have recovered 3 mobile phones and 1 vehicle from the spot. In the second encounter on Friday morning near Film City area of Noida, a man with multiple charges was arrested while trying to run away during a checking. ADCP Noida, Dwivedi, said that the suspect made an attempt to run away and an encounter took place as the suspect opened fire at the police but got arrested while being injured. The arrested person has been identified as Danish alias Sayyar.
संदिग्ध व्यक्ति को रोकने का प्रयास किया गया जो भागा और चौकी प्रभारी ब्रह्मपुत्रा भट्टा और 18 द्वारा इसका पीछा किया गया। यहाँ फिल्म सिटी के पास निर्माणाधीन बिल्डिंग है, बिजली घर है, इसके पास इससे मुठभेड़ हुई है, जिसके द्वारा पुलिस पर फायर किया गया। डबल फायर में घायल हुआ है। इसका नाम दानिश उर्फ सयार उर्फ चीता है और दिल्ली एनसीआर में इसके ऊपर 21 अभियोग पंजीकृत।
As part of an indigenous search and development program, Indian Institute of Technology Guwahati has constructed a 3D printed sentry post for the Indian Army on Thursday at IIT Guwahati campus, Assam. Notably, a memorandum of understanding was signed between the Eastern Army Command and IIT Guwahati earlier in July on developing cost-effective defense infrastructure. And this initiative was a part of the same memorandum of understanding. The new modular 3D printed sentry post was handed over to the Indian Army by IIT authorities during an event held in IIT Guwahati campus, and it reflected the Indian Army's efforts in supporting modern technologies for defense upgradation in collaboration with premium academic institutions of the country. The 3D printed sentry post is capable of withstanding extreme weather conditions of Indian terrain and can be utilized in border areas. Defense Public Relation Officer and Lieutenant Colonel Mandya Rawat stated that the construction time will be only 24 hours for an engineer, and 3D printing technology can be an alternative to conventional construction methods, which has many limitations. Veteran actor Arun Bali, who was suffering from neuromuscular problem, took his last breath on Friday. The actor passed away at the age of 79 in Mumbai at his residence and is survived by his son and 3 daughters. It is to be mentioned that Bali made his acting debut with noted filmmaker Lek Tandon's TV show Dusra Keval and went on to work in many TV shows. Bali was last seen in the Bollywood adaptation of Forrest Gump Lal Singh Chaddha. The Royal Swedish Academy on Friday jointly awarded the 2022 Nobel Peace Prize to human rights advocate Les Bialetsky from Belarus, along with the Russian Human Rights Organization Memorial and the Ukrainian Human Rights Organization Center for Civil Liberties. The official Twitter handle of the Nobel Peace Prize stated that the Nobel Peace Prize laureates represents civil societies in their home countries, and for many years they promoted the rights to criticize power and to protect the fundamental rights of citizens. Former junior Indian team goalkeeper Gambe Rime of Arunachal Pradesh has been chosen by the All India Football Federation for FIFA's Coach Educator Development Pathway Project India 2022. It is to be mentioned that Rime is the sole representative of Northeast India selected for the FIFA Coach Education Program. Notably, AIFF has selected a total of 25 coach educators to be a part of the Pathway Project, and the project will be led by the Senior Manager of FIFA Coaching Development, Mohamed Basir, FIFA Technical Expert, Mohammad Basim, and Director Coach Education AIFF, Savio Midera. Notably, Chief Minister of Arunachal, Pema, via Twitter congratulated Raime for being selected as coach educator. Leaders from Ukraine, Britain and Turkey joined their European Union counterparts on Thursday for an inaugural summit of the European political community that showed Russia's isolation over its war on its neighbors. Around 44 nations expect Russia and Belarus gathered at the Grand Prague Castle complex with an aim to share a common reading of the situation affected Europe and also to build a common strategy. The group was the brainchild of French President Emmanuel Macron and includes 27 members of the European Union, 17 other nations. Notably, the summit featured an opening ceremony followed by a series of meetings where leaders discussed the key challenges Europe faces like security, energy, climate, economy and migration. A 4-member SpaceX Crew Dragon team, including the first Native American woman and Russian cosmonaut, safely docked with the International Space Station on Thursday to begin a 5-month session mission. The crew consisted of Flight Commander Nicole Ounapu-Man, pilot Josh Casada, and Koichi Wakata, and cosmonaut Anna Kikina. Kikina joined the SpaceX Crew 5 flight under a new ride-sharing agreement signed in July between NASA and Roscosmos, allowing the two countries to continue flying on each other's spacecraft to and from International Space Station. Notably, Nicole Ounapu-Man was the first woman to take the commander's seat of NASA's SpaceX Crew Dragon. Man and her crew will replace 3 Americans and 1 Italian who will return in their own SpaceX capsule next month after half a year up there. So viewers, that's all as of now. Keep watching Nagaland TV.
अरे तूने अभी तक कुछ किया ही नहीं।
अरे ये तो लो क्वालिटी टंकी है।
होशियारी मत दिखाओ, दुकानदार ने 5 साल की गारंटी दी है।
अरे 5 साल छोड़िए, इसका पानी पियेंगे ना तो बहुत जल्दी यमलोक पहुंचेंगे। अंदर का सर्विस प्लेन